Welcome to Vintage Movie Nights. I'm Joe. That's Ryan. And tonight we're doing another movie draft. And on the wheel of doom, we have Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Tom Hanks, Vince Vaughn, Tom Cruise, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Obviously, we are doing the actors. And of course, we have a very special guest here tonight. What do you have to say, Rye?
Subscribe.
That's right. Hey, if you're ever going to subscribe, it's because of that right there, right? How could you say no to that
This
face?
isn't fair.
All right, get out of here.
This is 2 against 1 tonight. So
That's not fair. It's not fair. But guys, so what we're going to do tonight is we are going to spin the wheel, and it's going to land on one of these actors. And then what we're going to do is we are going to pick the best 5 movies that actor has, and that is how we are going to pick. And then it's up to you, the audience, to choose who is the winner.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, Riley, should we spin that wheel?
Yeah.
All right, let's spin that wheel.
Let's see what it is. A drum roll.
Oh, Ben Stiller. All right.
All right. There we go.
So the category is going to be Ben Stiller. Ryan and I are each going to pick the top 5 Ben Stiller movies. Again, here are the rules. Once a movie's picked, the other person can no longer pick that movie. It needs to be a Ben Stiller movie. I guess if you want to pick somebody that's on the ensemble, then that's up to you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, the audience, to choose who picked the best movies. And of course, there's always the veto, which is, hey, that he's not in that movie, you're crazy. And if you do that and you lose, you automatically lose your pick. So, all right, so to pick who goes first, Riley's going to write a number, and I'm going to close my eyes. Don't write it yet.
Okay.
I want you to write a number between 1 and 20.
Okay.
Any number you want.
And then flip the paper over.
You can pick 20 if you want. You can pick 1, you can pick 20, you can pick any number between 1 and 20, and then you're going to flip it over. Ryan and I are going to guess, and whoever gets closest gets to pick first, okay?
Or gets the number.
Or gets the number, but whoever's closest, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to close my eyes. Riley, you're going to write your number down. Tell me when the number's written, and then turn it over so I can't see it.
All right, ready.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Ryan, why don't you pick the number first? What number do you have?
I'm going to go 15.
I'm going to go 6.
No.
Ryan said 15. I got 8 is the number.
All right.
So that puts me closest. I was going 6, 7. Hey, what can I say? It's the
come
thing.
on.
4, 5.
Oh, it's 4, 5 now? Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. So I guess I get the first pick in the Ben Stiller rankings. I'm excited for this. You excited?
Yeah.
What's one last thing you want to say before you go?
Please like and subscribe.
I love it. Hey, guys, who can say no to that? All right. Let's get serious now. Okay. So Ben Stiller is our choice. And so I get the first pick because I chose the correct number.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough one. So Ben Stiller's really known really well for a lot of his cameos. That is what you're going to probably see a lot more of this. But he does have some really decent movies that he's been in. But for me, I think the one that really jumps out as the number one movie, or the movie where I absolutely think is the greatest, I'm going to have to go with my number one choice is Meet the Parents. For me, that has to be one of his best movies. I think that movie, so I talk about this from time to time. There are certain movies where you just layer chaos. And I find movies are really funny. And American Pie was a great example of this. But in Meet the Parents, there's a constant it goes from one thing to the next to the next. Like, he goes out on the roof to smoke a cigarette. Then a power line breaks and it hits the thing, and then the sewer breaks, and then the cat gets out, and it's just like, and then they go to the dinner, and then he races back. That is what makes comedy amazing, is that chaos theory. And so for me, Meet the Parents, number one choice. I can't imagine any other movie that would sit above that. So I think right out of the gate, I'm doing pretty good with my number one choice, Meet the Parents.
That is a good number one choice.
I mean, it is the number one choice, right?
It would have maybe been mine. I had a list of like 4, and that was among it. But I don't know. Maybe I've got it beat because there was that, and there's another one. So my number one pick, when I think of Ben Stiller, he is also occasionally a filmmaker. He has directed some comedies over the years, and some have been good, some have been not so good. But I can think of 2 that are really good. And for my money, the best movie I think he ever directed that he also starred in is my number one pick, Tropic Thunder.
Okay. I knew you were going there.
Yeah. Ben Stiller, like he's done some other movies, and I don't want to say what they are because maybe we'll pick them, maybe we won't. But Tropic Thunder was just off the charts when you think a movie that could never be remade today. I know it's mostly remembered for Robert Downey Jr. and that iconic performance in blackface. But obviously, Ben Stiller is the main guy in it. And you've got Robert Downey Jr. and Jack Black in this ensemble cast doing all these wacky things. But Ben Stiller's at the helm of that. And, I got to say, as a comedic director, like, he's done 1 or 2 movies, this being one of them, that, like, just make me laugh so hard I'm going to pee myself. And
I did not know he directed that.
he did direct it, so I know we're talking about him as an actor, but like,
that gives him points. I'm good with that. Yeah, that gives him points.
Directed a great comedy, one for the ages, I think.
Tropic Thunder is the movie that cannot ever be made again, and
No.
and there are a handful of movies in time, and this one's not that old, but this is one of those movies that can never be made again. So a good number one pick. I'm not going to argue with you right now, but that was a good number one pick. I think that's a good one. That's a good pick. I like it. Never go full retard.
Never go full retard. Simple you make me happy.
Oh man,
All right.
there's some really great moments in that movie. One of my favorites, just real quick, because although now I'm like helping you get more votes, is like when he's out there with the guns, he's like, he's just like so over the top, just
Right.
like that just makes me laugh.
Right.
It's a funny one. I had a feeling you were going to go that way. That doesn't surprise me. But for my number 2 choice, I've got one. I like this movie. This movie I saw in the theaters with my brother-in-law, and we laughed so hard the entire time. And There's Just Something About Mary That They Don't Know. Mary. There's just something about Mary. So obviously Something About Mary, tremendous movie, great lines. No, are you no? You can't get abs in 6 minutes.
That was another one that was on my list. I think we're knocking the top 3 out right here, as far as Ben Stiller goes.
Well, we always know in these movie drafts, winners aren't picked in the top 2 rounds. It's in the bottom 3. Let's be honest. But yes, Something About Mary, hilarious movie. There's always, the scene with the hair, and that's a funny scene. The music, honestly, the music in that movie, oddly enough, I always thought was really good. Just the funny little band playing in the background, and then just everybody wanting Mary, and Cameron Diaz is gorgeous in it, but he's, I think, just really good in it. And I think that, for me, is one of my favorite Ben Stiller movies, Something About Mary.
It's a Farrelly Brothers movie, Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin, and that's
probably why I like it.
One of their best, and that's a good one. That was would have been at the top of my list as well. I think after my next pick, it might start to get a little tricky, because I had 4. I had 4 right off the bat, like...
Yeah.
Thinking, well, maybe Joe will be dumb and not pick any of these. I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Come on, you got to give me a little credit here.
Meet the Parents and Something About Mary, and then Tropic Thunder. And then I had one more that was like, okay, these 4, I think, are probably the best that he's done. And I'm going to throw it back again to the other movie that he directed that is a great comedy, and that is Dodgeball.
I knew you were going there. I knew it. Dodgeball. is tremendous. That would have been my next pick if you hadn't picked it. If you were silly enough to let it go another round,
Right.
Dodgeball would have been my next pick.
Yeah. So outside of Tropic Thunder and Dodgeball, he hasn't done a lot of stuff that I find funny as a director and filmmaker, but those two, in my opinion, like he's got the comic touch in those movies.
Yeah.
As a filmmaker, as an actor, his character in Dodgeball is not the star, but again, it's him and Vince Vaughn kind of going back and forth, and that just over the top, like I like that he bulks up in that movie, but he's still not like this macho guy. He's like this wannabe tough guy, and very short, and he's got the team of like muscular weirdos, and when they're all having drinks in the bar and his team comes over and they throw the ball at the guy and it knocks him out by the jukebox, and I think that guy might really be dead.
Somebody call an ambulance. or his cup where he's like inflates the cup.
Right. And then you see like, his backstory. He used to be this fat person, and the makeup job at the end where
Oh yeah, the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like,
Yeah.
look, Fatty made a funny.
right. You wouldn't think as like Ben Stiller as this gifted like comedic filmmaker, but like I think he hit it out of the park with those two. My top two choices, I got Tropic Thunder and Dodgeball.
Both of those are great movies. They're all four of these are probably my favorites. But you're right. Now it shifts a little.
It does a little bit, yes.
And now it gets a little harder. I do have a clear number 3, honestly, that I'm a fan of. My next pick is going to be Night at the Museum.
Okay.
And Night at the Museum was actually kind of a touching movie. Him and his son have kind of fallen out, and he comes back together, and he's goes on this amazing experience where he is the night guard, which everybody was laughing at, and it's such a fun family cute movie. I just really liked Night at the Museum. I think that's, for me, is a great movie. And considering the work that we're dealing with, I mean, Ben Stiller has some good work.
That one's not bad. That's a decent movie. That might have made my list. It was, I was thinking about it. It had 2 sequels.
I mean, there's not that
didn't think
many
were as
options.
good. It had 2 sequels that I didn't think were as good. But the first one was touching.
Yeah, it's the first one is the one that really makes all the difference. Honestly, after that, it gets questionable.
Yeah. So I have a third pick, and I'm hoping that this will appeal to people. It's another ensemble piece. I don't know if you've seen this. This is, I would say, probably the most prolific movie he has been in. It is a comedy,
Okay.
but a different kind of comedy.
I know which one you're about to pick. I think.
I am going to go with The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yep, I knew that was what you were gonna pick.
Yeah, which is a big ensemble, but to see him kind of step outside the goofy comedies that he stars in and cameos in, and do, I don't want to say a serious role, because the movie is kind of goofy. It's Wes Anderson, and he's a renowned director, and he's got very unique style. But playing this overprotective father, like there is kind of like a sad story to him, it's kind of told in a comedic way, and it's just such a zany movie. It would be, I guess, what you could call a sophisticated comedy, and you don't see that a lot from Ben Stiller. So to see him kind of be in this ensemble with all these great actors who are in it, Gene Hackman and Danny Glover and Angelica Houston, and kind of hold his own in his own way in it, I'm going to give it a spot on my list.
I think that is a fair thing to do. I think the Royal Tenenbaums. Now, I don't know that I've seen it, and if I have seen it, I don't know that it was like something that I watched. Like I can't quote it. I don't know that I know the story very well, so I'm guessing it's one I haven't really seen. So it doesn't have much impact on me, which I'm hoping the rest of the audience is like, I don't really know. There's so many other movies that he's done, so
We'll see. It could go either way. That could come back.
But I do think, honestly, though, like when I think of movies that he was in, Royal Tenenbaums is definitely one that I was like, well, I bet you if you've seen this movie, it's probably one of those like you said, it's a prolific movie with quite. It's actually a pretty well received movie. It's considered a great movie in general, so that should help you. Well, For my number 4 pick, then, I have no choice but to go. You've got to move it, move it. You've got to move it, move it. You've got to move it. We're going to Madagascar, right? He plays the voice of Alex, the lion. Madagascar, for DreamWorks, Madagascar is considered one of the top DreamWorks movies. Madagascar is got like 4 sequels or whatever, and actually some of them are pretty good. They're not all terrible, but Madagascar is a great movie, family fun, just so much to say about it. But I mean, he lends his voice to it, so maybe that'll lessen some points because he's not on screen the whole time. But Madagascar is a good movie. He does a great job as the voice of Alex the lion, right? The guy who doesn't really want to go into the wild and then ends up like wanting to eat his friend Chris Rock because he's the zebra. And then you have the guy that plays the lemur, Borat. That's how I know him. Sacha Cohen Baron. Yeah. And I mean, that's like what we're talking about. That's what it's about. So Madagascar is such a good movie. Full of, it's got the guy from Friends. It's got the girl from the other thing. I mean, it's got like stars.
Got those people from those shows.
There's people from all those movies. Hang on. It's got and if you can tell, I'm looking over here. Andy Richter, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Alec Baldwin. I mean, look now, guys. Now I'm here. I'm adding some more cuteness. Adding some more cuteness to get some more votes.
Now he's got
Let's get some more. Who are you gonna vote for?
Throw the kid in front of the camera. Throw the dog in front of the camera.
We got the camera. Who are you gonna vote for? That's right. That's why Madagascar is.
I got a beer. Vote for me. I got a beer. All right. Madagascar, that's a fun one. My kids watched that one a few times when they were growing up. It's not bad.
Those are my top 4 so far. So I got Meet the Parents, Something About Mary, Night of the Museum, and Madagascar. Top 4 of his 5.
I am going for broke here with my next pick.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm going with what I like here because my number 4 pick is a forgotten movie, and I don't care if this costs me votes. I hope it gets me votes. All right, I hope it gets me votes. All right, because you put this movie on again, you'll realize that this was a movie that was ahead of its time. I'm going to go for my number 4 pick, the 1999 superhero comedy Mystery Men.
Oh, that's such a good one! Oh my God, I didn't think of that one.
It's another ensemble piece, but he is at the center of it with William H. Macy and Hank Azaria as this trio of goofy superheroes. He is Mr. Furious.
Yes.
Whose ultimate rage takes it, and then all he does is pound on things to no avail. It does no damage whatsoever.
He gets his ass kicked every time.
Every single time he gets his ass beat. Look, you've got William H. Macy as the shoveler who just has mining equipment.
Yes. You've got the other prolific actor, the Forkman, the guy who throws forks.
That's Hank Azaria, who's better known as like a boy. I'm the Blue Raja. What does that even mean? You don't even have blue in your costume. I'm the Blue Raja. I'm the Blue Raja. I'm the Blue. Stop, leave me alone.
Oh, I just lost. I totally forgot about Mystery Man. I would have picked Mystery Man over Madagascar. Are you kidding me? That's one of my favorites.
I think that if Mystery Men were to have been made in the last 10 years with the MCU, it would have been much more successful.
I would agree.
You know, that movie kind of came to win.
Underserved. Mystery Men deserves to be recognized.
It does. It's a funny movie, and
you had like the true Captain America, and they were like they were like the side heroes. He was
Mr. Fantastic. Greg Kinnear
Mr.
plays
Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. The late great Paul Rubens, who I never really liked his character Pee Wee Herman. I know like a lot of people did like it, and that's what he was famous for. I like him as the Spleen, whose power is his farts are so deadly they kill you. It's so stupid, but I just laugh my ass off with the pimples and everything that he's got. And he tells his backstory. How did you get your powers? Well, one day I was walking down the street and I let out some gas, and I blamed it on a gypsy woman passing by, but she placed a curse on me. that because I smelt it, I shall ever be the one who dealt it. That's my number 4 pick.
Well, you know what? That's a really tough. I may have to make a change. I was thinking I was just going to kind of coast towards the end. We'd be a 50-50, but you bring up Mystery Men, and that's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Like that one.
Oh man.
We got one pick left. We each got a pick left.
Well, I was going back and forth on which one I was going to go with. It's a coin flip here. It's 50-50 on this last one, but I think I'm going to go with. I think it's a better movie than probably maybe many others do. I don't know how well it was received, but I was a big fan of the movie Along Came Polly, and so I'm going to take Along Came Polly as my number 5. Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston's like. You have that. You have the list of like the 5 celebrities. If you meet in real life, you get a free hall pass with with your wife. Jennifer Aniston is historically number 1 on my list. The sad part is that my list the 5 keeps growing, and but anyway, Jennifer Aniston is always number 1 on my list. She's gorgeous. An insurance auditor who is risk adverse, and then he meets this girl who's got a ferret and just crazy, and it's cute. And then of course it's got the funny scene, like you scuba, you want to scuba.
Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria, right?
Who plays the Blue Raja.
Exactly. You've got we want to scuba. And I don't know. I like that movie. I thought. I had a couple of movies in mind on this, but for me, I just felt like Along Came Polly is a strong way to finish this off. I don't know that I can win after Mystery Men. I wish I had thought of that. I missed that pick, and I'm really disappointed in myself because I actually really liked that movie. That would have probably been my number 3 pick if I had thought of it. To be honest with you, like I would have brought it even earlier. So.
Along Came Polly is decent. I was thinking about that. In my opinion, what I would say against Along Came Polly is Hank Azaria, as you said, is memorable. And the late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman steals the show as his friend Sandy with the
yes.
Let it rain, the basketball. Iceman!
He gets a face full of hair. And he's just
a good movie, but in my opinion, not because of Ben Stiller, because of all the supporting people around him. But that's just me. But Along Came Polly is decent.
Along Came Polly is a good movie.
Had the same problem. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of coasting here. I thought of Mystery Men, and you didn't, so that's good for me.
It is. It really is, because that would have been a good movie. That's a good movie. That's a really good movie. I think that's underrated.
I'm going to close out my list with, again, it was kind of warmly received. It wasn't like a critical hit, but it didn't bomb either. I'm going to go with, from 2011, Tower Heist.
Okay.
Which was directed by Brett Ratner, who's known for making a lot of action movies. This is kind of a comedy action movie where they have to steal money back from their boss who laid off all the hotel employees. It has Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy. It's the two of them. That's a fun pairing. Eddie Murphy is very funny in it. Ben Stiller is just kind of the more grounded one, but he does have a lot of funny moments in it. It's another ensemble piece. I'm picking a lot of ensemble pieces, but like this is an ensemble piece where Ben Stiller is like the star of it.
Yep.
And my wife and I, we saw it in theaters, and we watch it every now and then. We've shown it to the kids. It's a funny PG-13 action comedy. It sort of, in a way, serves as like a buddy. It's not a buddy cop movie, but Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy, they're back and forth in that is sort of buddy cop-esque.
It is a good movie. I have seen it. I don't remember it very well. So hopefully nobody else does either, because otherwise, you're going to win. I mean, honestly, if I had to pick, I probably would pick your list right now. But I do have this, right? This is my magic weapon right here.
Oh,
bang,
boy.
Bang. Where's the dog? I need the dog. Dog, come in here. But guys, let's recap. So for me, my top 5 movies, I've got Meet the Parents, Something About Mary, Night of the Museum, Madagascar, and Along Came Polly.
I have Tropic Thunder and Dodgeball, and The Royal Tenenbaums, and Mystery Men, and Tower Heist. So folks, just so you know, we're clear, after Joe's top 2 picks, it's sort of my opinion.
Okay.
I think he's got two solid
Yes,
picks.
yes,
There's no denying, and then it kind of goes off.
You can't say that about Night of the Museum, Madagascar, and Along Came Polly. Those are decent movies.
They're
Now,
decent,
look, they're
but
not Mystery Man. Come here, puppy. Where's the puppy? You guys, vote if you want more puppy for me.
Yeah, subscribe if you want more puppies.
But look, at the end of the day, Ben Stiller's a great actor. He's done some amazing things, and you know what we didn't touch on. You could have put Starsky and Hutch in here. I thought that had a chance to hit somebody's top 5. I think Meet the Fockers, even though it's a sequel, is as good as the original. That is a really funny movie. I thought that had a chance to get in here. You know, we're limited a little. There's only so much you can do with Ben Stiller. I think. I mean, he's done a lot, but yeah. I honestly wouldn't have been surprised if someone did Happy Gilmore just because of his cameo is a big cameo in that, but at the end of the day, I think that's what it looks like. So for my closing arguments, look, I didn't just pick tremendous movies. I picked Ben Stiller movies. Movies that make you think about Ben Stiller, which was the category that we were picking in. And my daughter is cute, and I have a puppy that's awesome, and I don't have a beer in front of me, so I mean, that's a point in my negative. I do have a drink, though. It's just not beer. Yeah, but any case, guys, there's no doubt you should cast your vote for Joe. Okay. Remember, you don't want to make her cry.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll forget about it the second it's over. My closing argument, I just think I've got a more prolific list, and I know that's not something that goes along with Ben Stiller, but I guess what I mean by Joe calls him a great actor. I think he's a funny actor. I don't know if I would use the word great. It's just me. But I think he has had moments where he's a gifted filmmaker, and I've got both of those on my list. That goes beyond just acting. I have represented him in a more prolific movie like The Royal Tenenbaums, so I've got art in my list. A lot of people like that. They like Wes Anderson. And I've got Mystery Men, folks. I mean, come on. Admit it. You go back and watch Mystery Men. That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. But do you have a puppy?
I don't, but I have a beer. And
I have a beer. But guys, with that, we do appreciate it. Let us know in the comments below who won this battle. Who picked the best 5 Ben Stiller movies? Leave it in the comment below. And of course, if you're new here and you haven't done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Right now.
Come all the way.
Right now. I like that.
Right now if you're new to this channel.
Yes, that's right. Like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Comment, like. We're going to be doing more of this. We're going to be doing the blind movie rankings. We're going to guess the movie. We've got other videos coming, so there's lots of fun stuff.
And part 2 of that.
Yeah, and that. And go to our merch store, which we don't have, right?
Yeah, we don't have.
Go to our merch store. That we don't have.
But guys, we do appreciate it. Come along. Thank you so much for stopping in. We're going to be doing this. We're going to continue to do the movie drafts. We're going to blind movie rank. We're going to, pick the shorts. We're also going to be doing some more podcast style stuff. We got a lot of fun things ahead. Yeah, and I think until next time, man. Cheers.
Cheers.